Hello everyone, it is that time again. Today I'll be reading One Piece chapter 1138. So, last chapter was great. It was really great. We got to learn a ton of, things regarding King Harold, the castle, as well as Hyrule and his sort of deal regarding, Loki and all that, his own upbringing, his own dreams. That was really great. All exposition from Road. Road my goat, man. Then we also got Gunko. We got Gunko's abilities, which were really cool. I really dig her sort of aesthetic now, especially with her abilities, and the arrow fruit. And then we saw, obviously, Figarland's Shamrock, Shanks's twin brother or clone, probably his twin brother, finally revealed in the story. That's, I've been on that theory train for a long time, since I read chapter 907, and it's true. So that's that was pretty cool. Hopefully, we're probably gonna see them this chapter do some stuff. So regarding this chapter though, I need to say something because I saw something about this chapter, but it's like really, it's not concrete, but like I saw something about this chapter, so I just want to get that off my chest right now because I don't want to fake this reaction or anything. So what I saw, first of all, I need to give context, right? This chapter, I thought this chapter was going to release, chapters usually release Thursday night, Friday morning for me. However, this chapter released really early. I'm recording this the day after because I couldn't read it. So it released really early, so I did not expect that. And in terms of my spoiler routine for YouTube, I only go on my subscription page, right? I only go on my subscription page until the Friday morning or Thursday night the chapter's released, because the only two people I know that can spoil me on that page that I'm subscribed to are Grand Line Review and Tekking 101. And yesterday, I was just scrolling on my subscription page. I'm like, they're not gonna make a video. They only make a video once the scans come out. So scans are not gonna be out. I'm good. Lo and behold, I see Tekking 101's video about chapter 1138, his thumbnail, big, 1138, those big letters in the thumbnail, numbers in the thumbnail. And then, I was like, what the heck? I was like flabbergasted, right? So I quickly scroll up, but that didn't, my brain, that didn't stop my brain from processing something in the thumbnail, right? So what I saw, this is what I saw. Again, maybe in hindsight, what I'm about to say is like completely wrong. I misinterpreted it, whatever, because I quickly scrolled up, right? But I'm gonna say what I believe I saw and what I believe could signify, right? Because it's still in my mind, right? So what I saw was what I believe to be the mural thing from On the Moon from Enel's cover story. That's what I think I saw. The thing that he saw from the with the automatas right next to him. He was like, it looks like the it's basically like a mural showing I'm pretty sure the ancient weapons and the creation of the automatas on the moon, and how the Shandians, the Skypians, and the Birkins came to Earth, basically. That's what it showed. I believe that was it. At first, I thought it was like a Nika lore thing, but like, I'm pretty sure it was that. Now, that's what I think, right? I might be wrong, but that's what I think. And from that, I can like sort of infer four things. Either one, this chapter is going to have something about the ancient weapons. Two, this chapter is going to have something about Skypian, Birkin, Shandian lore. Three, something about Enel. Or four, something about a Rouge. That's what I gleaned. My first observation might be completely wrong, like what I saw in the thumbnail, but that's what I believe I saw, probably. So maybe I'm hoping after this chapter I can go ahead and laugh, and be like, I didn't know anything, but that's what I see right now, because I haven't read the chapter. So yes, I'm just gonna say that. And then in terms of this chapter, back to normal predictions. What is it? We're probably gonna see Shamrock talk to the Gorosei, calling Mary Joie, probably talking to his father. I really want to see their relationship, if that conversation happens, and maybe Luffy will meet Shamrock, and maybe we'll see the silhouette. The silhouette will show up. It'll be Scopper Gabon saving the day. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, I got that spoiler. Again, I think that's a spoiler, but oh, also, as always, every chapter, Enel and a Rouge, please Oda. I know that spoiler might have to do with them. I'm hoping it's not because I don't want to get spoiled on that. I would never want to get spoiled on that, but either ways, Enel and a Rouge, please Oda. I need it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and read this chapter. I'm hoping, man. I gotta, next time I gotta figure out and check consistently if the chapter's out. I'm gonna go ahead and read. I'm not gonna look at the title, by the way, because my friend just told me just don't look at it. I think it's just better if you don't look at it. I'm not gonna look at it. I haven't looked at it. I'm gonna scroll down. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Cover story. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 24. The base belongs to Who's Who. Who could have guessed, man? Who could have guessed this base belonged to Who's Freaking Who? We got Who's Who in the center right here of this sort of couch. He has, I believe that's the katana that was stolen, or the sword. I don't know if it's a katana, but the Yasue sword. And he's sitting on, the couch with a bunch of geishas around him, I think one of his crew members is sort of cuddling with him, and then we got like obviously the kidnapped women serving him food, playing music on the bottom there. We got I'm presuming this is his crew. I think because last time a lot of people were wondering what the cat ears were for, and that was because in Wano, we actually see Who's former pirate crew, which integrated itself into the Beast Pirates. And they had cat ears. They all had cat ears. So I think this is actually some of his crew in the background. But Who's Who looks to have like a classic like Wano type kimono fit. And he's in his normal base form. I don't see Minatomo here. I'm assuming he built this place. There's like bottles on the floor. But yeah. So just the reveal. This belongs to Who's Who. We get to see Who's Who right here. None of the other Tobi Roppo yet. I'm thinking they're not here considering they probably would have been here. But Who's Who and his crew, probably. So, I don't know what's going to happen. We're probably going to beat him up. Yamato could easily take care of him, but, yeah. That's, I guess, the cover page. Moving on. What's the thing for the week? I went to Glaze Live. It was thoroughly entertaining, and what a voice. Just an amazing experience, says Oda for this week. I'm guessing that's some sort of performance thing. Moving on. So first panel right here, ooh, we get a nice panel of I really like this panel of Loki down, huffing. He's still up after all those shots he took from Gunko. He's still huffing and puffing, just blood streaming down his face. Just, head down. Really respect Loki, man. The aftermath of Loki's defiance is what the Shonen Jump text says. Next panel. You're the spitting image of red-haired Shanks. So he didn't notice. Because last chapter, he finally took off his hood. And we see Shamrock. But I guess he didn't even notice before. You're the spitting image of red-haired Shanks. That says a couple things. One, obviously Loki knows of Shanks. We already know that. Two, that he hasn't met this person before. He hasn't met Shamrock before. Okay. Because that involves some theories I was thinking of. So, okay. We might get some further information in this chapter, right? So, you're the spitting image of red-haired Shanks. Huff. Huff. Did you really think I'd just write that off as a coincidence? Interesting. Okay, so we got, Loki talking, still chained up. Gunko and Shamrock are facing away, looking like they're walking away almost. So, next panel. Ooh. Obviously, I want to see what Shamrock thinks about this. Shamrock has his hood up again. You can still sort of see his lower body, but he put his hood back on, and he sort of has almost, what is that expression? Almost like a very, I don't even know what to say, like a worried expression, or just like a contemplative expression with his mouth slightly open and ellipses, ... And then Gunko says, mind your own business. That matter has nothing to do with you. So I'm sure he knows. He obviously knows about Shanks. but they're like, shut up. Well, Gunko says, shut up, don't talk about it. So, yeah, so I guess, did they already call Mary Joie? Are they about to do that right now? They don't want Loki to hear, maybe? Next panel, we got Loki saying, you're not wrong, but not wrong, I'm guessing about that matter has nothing to do with you. You're not wrong, Huff. And then, oh, Loki continues, a great pirate and a celestial dragon. They're polar opposites. You can't blame me for being curious. So obviously showing that dichotomy between pirate, celestial dragon, they gotta be different people. So again, Shamrock, ... Next panel, anyone would find it strange that you two share the same face. More ... Followed by an exclamation mark. So yeah, so Loki's just sort of explaining, right, this, you guys look very similar. I'm glad he's, calling that out right now. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, Shamrock is talking. The pirate you're referring to is my younger twin. Not a clone. My younger twin. He went astray. At one point, he did return to the Holy Land, but it seems he grew too attached to the filthy world of the surface. Okay. So, twin confirmation. Shamrock knows about him. He went astray, obviously, Roger. He did return to the Holy Land. It must have been after he, began his own crew and, after Roger disbandment. But it seems he grew too... Why do he... Obviously, he grew too attached to the filthy, but he also says filthy world of the surface. Sort of that personality for Shamrock. But he returned to the Holy Land. I'm hoping we get to see that. I don't know why he did, but... Actually, that he did return to the Holy Land, is that maybe proof that the person at 907 was Shanks? I know people were talking about that, like, we still don't know if it's Shamrock, technically. It still could be Shanks. That would be like a double freaking twist, but, or maybe this is referring to another incident, but that was technically at the Holy Land, so, moving on. Next panel, he returned, says Loki. Huff, I see. It's funny how I end up hating both of you brothers. And I thought my grudge couldn't get any worse. What a family. What a family indeed. Huff, you bastards, Huff. When I get out of these chains... So Loki, sort of, when I get out of these chains, I'm gonna kill you. Next panel, you know what I'll do, right? I'll make it my mission to make sure my buddies are avenged. That's right, we got a panel right here of I think all of Loki's sort of buddies, all just, on the floor, probably dead. I'm assuming they're dead. I don't know, Oda might do a fake out with this, but they're just all on the floor with arrows, like, stuck to their bodies. Next panel, was that supposed to be a threat? Ooh, says Shamrock, with his hood now off. Was that supposed to be a threat? Gunko says, Captain, you don't have to. I know, says Shamrock. He isn't worth getting my hands dirty over, as he whips out his freaking sword right here. I'm hoping, obviously he's probably not going to reveal the name of the blade. That'll probably be an SBS question, but that's sick. Because I know Shanks's weapon is Griffin, so, this is another bird type thing, like Phoenix, perhaps. That would be pretty cool. So, whips out his sword, and then, oh my gosh, isn't that right? Isn't that right? Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the fuck? I thought he was stabbing like an animal. He says, isn't that right, Cerberus? First of all, is his sword called Cerberus? Second of all, three-headed dog comes out, like, shadows, three-headed dog, like, comes out of the sword. They start growling and woofing, and then, Loki's, like, surprised. What the okay. What the heck? Next panel. Oh, it is Cerberus. He just whips out I thought it was just like a shadow thing. He just summoned Cerberus. Like an actual Cerberus creature, three-headed dog, not Cerberus from Thriller Bark. This is like the real Cerberus. We got Thriller Bark at home. Cerberus at home at Thriller Bark. Oh my gosh. So is this... Part of his ability. I don't think this is a devil fruit. I mean, it came out of his sword, which is interesting. I'm assuming. Ooh, wait. They have the I don't know what's called, the Harigama or whatever. They have the ring. They have the black Gorosei ring on their the awakening, the zone awakening ring, whatever thing on their back. That's, you know, Gorosei Imu, probably granted from them. But yes, Cerberus, yeah, it gets its own little title card right there, Cerberus. He just summoned it. It's on the floor right now. It has its full, you know, set of legs right there, and it's growling. Oh my gosh, what? That's so cool. That's so cool. Scrolling down, Loki says, "What the hell is that?" That's what I'm saying, Loki. And then Cerberus one of the heads opens its mouth and like pulls out a sword, like is like sticking out a sword from its mouth. Wait, is that just Shanks or not Shanks? Shamrock doing that? Oh, and then Loki looks surprised, and then Shamrock says, "It's my biting blade." Biting blade, okay. Let's see what happens next. "What's with this creepy thing?" says Loki, as we see two of the Cerberus heads. Yeah, they have swords coming out of their mouths. So I'm guessing because they came from the sword, they can pull these swords out of their mouths. And are they gonna hurt Loki, man? What? Oh my god, this is so interesting. Okay, so moving down. Now they're spinning their collars. They have like collars, right, with spikes on them. They're spinning them, twirling them around, I think. And, you know, we're getting a close-up shot at the Cerberus dog. One of the Cerberus heads looking pretty angry. Loki says, "Huh?" And then Gunko says, "Captain, let's clean up here and move on." "Scramble," says Shamrock. What are they gonna do? We got Gunko, like, what is Gunko doing? Like, you know, there's arrows coming out of her, you know, hand, or her clothes rather, and they're forming something. And then I'm guessing the Cerberus dog, one of the heads are gonna attack Loki. So let's move on. Ooh, what is this? We got Cerberus dog. Is its head coming out of its body? There's no way. Is it detaching its head from its body? You're trolling. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next panel. It did! All three heads, that's why it was spinning. It was like detaching. All three heads like launch from where they were, and it seems Shamrock is sort of controlling it, right? Oh, I see. So he's sort of almost has him on a leash with his sword. It's got like an energy coming out of it, and it's connected to the body, right? The heads are now coming out. Oh, Gunko constructed, I see in the next panel, Gunko constructed a bandage, well, it's not a bandage, an arrow, like a bird, an arrow plane thing, and now they hopped on it and they're riding away, or flying away. Next panel. Feel free to hunt me down anytime," says Shamrock. "I'll face you then, assuming you survive this." That's gotta be a tease, man. Loki versus Shamrock, gotta be a tease. As they're flying away on this arrow plane thing, and then Loki says, hey, so what the heck? Did Shamrock just leave these dogs, the three heads of the Cerberus, just in front of Loki? Are they gonna maul his body or something? Okay. So moving on, next panel. Oh, double page spread. Loki says, "You've got to be kidding me." And as the three, you know, heads are coming with their the swords out of their the sword blades out of their mouth, ready to stab Loki, presumably. Ruff, no way. If that thing gets me. You know, Loki's already doing pretty bad right now. Next panel, those celestial bastards, as they're coming in, zooming in to him. Oh, damn it all, says Loki. They just stab right through him. Well, obviously not all the way, but they connect. Oh my gosh. Is that it? And then we get another shot of them, of Gunko and Shamrock flying away. Shamrock says, "Total subjugation isn't feasible now. Let's start by taking their children hostage. We'll need an extra prison." Gunko says, "Understood. Who shall I call?" Whoa, okay, so we're switching perspectives right now. I'm guessing we're leaving this. That was crazy. Cerberus, Loki gets stabbed. I don't. How is Loki not gonna die, dude? Obviously, he's gonna survive, but man, he actually got stabbed, and we see it. And then Shamrock says, so obviously, total subjugation is infeasible now. So they're gonna not, they can't bring Loki out to the Gods Knights. So now they're gonna take their children hostage. Children, Walrus School, freaking the Robin and Chopper, Ray and Frankie are there right now. So are they gonna, see Shamrock and stuff? Obviously, they're flying away now, so I don't know if Luffy is gonna be able to see him anymore. So yeah, and I guess they're gonna call someone from Marijois. So that's, oh my gosh, that's very interesting stuff for that first section. So let's move on. Aris Castle, I think that's how you pronounce it, Aris Castle. Moving back to Castle, I'm telling you, it was, oh my gosh. I think we're getting the knocked out giants telling Luffy and the rest, Shanks was there. Shanks did this to, or Gunko did this to us, but Shanks was there. Maybe Shamrock also did something to them, but I'm telling you, it was red-haired. Liar! Shanks would never attack for no reason, says Luffy. He's correct. Shanks would never attack for no reason. Oh, we're getting the dilemmas. Moving on. Ooh, one of the giants says, it's the truth. I saw him with my own eyes. Red-haired has visited Elbaf many times. I recognized him. Luffy says, but I know Shanks. He's a super cool guy. Maybe it was just someone who looked like him? Yeah, so Luffy's, saying, I know Shanks, but, could have been a twin. So yeah, I expected this from Luffy, obviously. I did not expect, Luffy to be like, actually believe him right there. He's obviously gonna deny what happened. The other giant says, it was shocking. We were wondering what he was doing in the castle. And then Zoro says, he just left Elbaf recently, right? Wouldn't it be weird for him to just come right back just to skulk around? That's true, Zoro. So they're sort of deducing this isn't right. Even though he looks like Shanks, probably isn't Shanks. This panel right here, not the giant. So they're not dead. They're just like really badly hurt. Is he bleeding? I think, yeah, he's got blood all over him. We got the giant, Road, Luffy, the other giant, Nami, and Zoro right here. So next panel. Luffy says, even if you're telling the truth, there's no way it could be Shanks. Shanks is always calm and laid back. Him doing something like this just doesn't add up. Luffy says, yep, you're right, Luffy, you're right. You're cooking. Then Nami says, hey, you really have faith in him, huh? Smiling. Yeah, because Nami and Zoro, they've never met Shanks. Never. I mean, they've obviously seen him probably through bounty posters and stuff, but they've never actually, met the guy like Luffy. And I mean, Luffy hasn't seen him in what, like over like 10 years? I'm doing the math right? When was Luffy 10 when he met Shanks? Well, it's been a long time, right? So, yeah. But yeah, all this, yeah, definitely, Luffy's definitely gonna be skeptical and stuff. So, moving on, we got Luffy saying, "You betcha, Nami. It just tick you off just as much if someone badmouth Bellmare." Oh no, oh I had faith in Luffy, man. I read that. I saw it said Tellmare, and I'm like, oh, it must have been like a mistake. You betcha, Nami. It tick you off just as much if someone badmouthed Tellmare. And Nami says it's Bellmare-san. I have faith in you, Luffy. I thought you remembered, bro. That makes sense though for his character. That's actually funny. Then next panel we got, so it was a lookalike, says probably one of the giants. That or brother maybe. Okay, so they're already deducing that it probably could be a brother. Luffy says Shanks' brother. Well, if he has one, he'd probably be a nice guy too. Okay, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong, Luffy. Yeah. So we're already deducing if it's a brother. Obviously Luffy doesn't even know Shanks has a brother. Next panel. But whoa, I saw something. Wait a minute. But honestly, Luffy says, but honestly, he never talked about his family. I heard that he was raised on a pirate ship from when he was little. Whoa, dude, the silhouette's coming. I think the silhouette's coming because we see a panel of Luffy saying, but honestly, he never talked about his family. I heard that he was raised on a pirate ship when he was little. Wait, does Luffy know he was on Roger's ship? Right? Does he know? I don't know. He knew Odin was on Roger's ship, and I don't know. I might be blanking right now, but he says pirate ship. He doesn't say Roger's ship. So heard that he was raised on a pirate ship when he was little. Luffy says this as we're switching perspectives a little bit to the man, the silhouette man. He's sort of almost, I think, yeah, he's taking off his straw like hat thing. And I think he's walking up. We see the outside of the castle. He's walking up toward the entrance. And then Luffy continues as he's saying, I figure Roger and Rayleigh were his real Oh, never mind. Wait. Luffy knows. My bad. I forgot. So Luffy continues, I figure Roger and Rayleigh were his real family. Their whole crew, except for Buggy. That's but why is Buggy catching the stray, bro? So okay, before I move on, Luffy's talking about Roger's ship and Roger and Rayleigh. I mean, I know this connects to Shanks, but like, does this mean this is Scopper Gabon? Because that's what I think right now. I'm leaning Scopper right now. We got this person coming up. Oh my gosh, let me see, bro. Let me see. Who is this? Moving on. Oh, no. Actually, we're switching. Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice. We're switching perspectives again. You can't tease me like that, Oda. We gotta come back. Please, Oda, please. We got Frankie's group, the Treasure Tree Atom. Frankie's group of like one. I think Frankie's the only one here. Unbelievable. Atom wood as far as the eye can see. And I thought it was meant to be rare. Ha ha ha, says Frankie. Oh, no, wait. No, there's someone else here. I didn't have faith, bro. I was like, Frankie's group, it's only one person. Okay. Wow, I had no idea it was so valuable. Okay, everyone, I am back. I ran out of storage again to the whole thing. I'm gonna have to, do stuff in the editing process, but we're still moving on to the chapter right where we left off. So Frankie's group, Treasure Tree Atom, Atom wood, as far as the eye can see. We got Ripley, I guess, came over with Frankie. Ripley says, maybe I should start selling some on the side, she says as she chuckles. Frankie says, weren't you sent here to keep an eye on me? Saul seemed pretty strict about it. He was all like, it's a sacred tree, bucko. Don't go cutting it down, you hear? Okay. And then Ripley says, ha ha ha, you sound just like him. So Ripley over here holding up Frankie like an action figure. What is what is going on? We got Frankie saying, still, I guess stealing from under the noses of the giants is the tall order. So I guess Saul didn't trust Frankie, so he sent Ripley to keep an eye on him. Maybe that explains the markup, says Frankie. Interesting. Okay, so he lands on the floor after, Ripley picked him up, and he says there's a sort of thing he hears in the background, like a boom or a crash or whatever. Frankie says, what's that? Ripley says it's a mural. Does this have to do with what I saw in the little spoiler I got? It's a mural, says Ripley. What was that? Okay. Oh, it was just, I think the what is it? The sound effect was just him falling on him like landing on the floor. My mistake. So next panel, we got Ripley saying it's graffiti from eons ago. Some kids probably etched right back. Right, let me read it again. Some kids probably etched right into the bark and it got fossilized. It's now designated as a cultural heritage site thanks to its enormous historical value. And then Frankie says, it's a punk's doodle, that's a big deal. Then Ripley says, it's said to date back somewhere between 900 and 800 years ago. Okay, Void Century. A message that perhaps that someone from back then wanted the future to see. If that's true, says Frankie, then that would place it right in the middle of the Void Century. Oh, I think that's Ripley saying that. And then Frankie's like, "What? We gotta show Robin. She'll be thrilled," says Frankie. I like that she's thinking of Robin, showing her the Void Century stuff. So Frankie says, "Hey, ain't this drawing kind of odd for old Elbaf? Not all the figures look like giants." Ripley says, "Quite as far as we know, there were definitely times where the races of the worlds clashed, but this kind of cooperation is unheard of." Frankie ... We got a look sort of at the mural. We got oh, wait. Actually, I don't know. It's someone with a crown, someone with a pitchfork, someone with horn. Is that Emmett? That kind of looks like that kind of reminded me of Emmett, the middle one with the horns and the almost like robot mask. That's interesting. Next panel. Ripley says, "That's what I think. It was probably just some kid's dream." We know how important dreams are in One Piece. Hopefully we get a better look at the mural over here. Oh, we're moving on. We're moving on, I guess. Walrus School. Whack, yeah. Class is in session. Everyone listen up, says Ange. Or Angie. I don't know. I'm gonna call her Ange, even though maybe it's Angie. Because I know in Japanese it's Anje. I think that's how you pronounce, but I'll just say Ange, whatever. Class in session. Everyone listen up. Kiahaha, says the kids. Okay, we're moving on. Owl Library. So this is the Harley, says Robin. Yep, says Saul. Whoa, it's so big and old, says Chopper. Wow, giant dust. Saul says, "This pretty tome here preserved many of the rich myths and legends of Elbaf, although it spawned countless interpretations too." That's what we learned. Actually, I don't know why I'm just really... Okay, this is the Harley. You know, when Robin said that, I was like... I didn't process that. Okay, so it's the Harley. So the Harley's here in the library. That makes sense. I wonder if we're going to learn something about it. Chopper coughing, because I guess there was, like, dust on it, and bro inhaled it. So we got Saul saying, "That's why all the warriors of Elbaf believe in..." Switching perspectives, back to the feast. "Very different versions of the sun god," continues Saul. "Ain't that the funniest thing you ever heard?" And then Robin says, "May I read it?" And we get look at all the giants still celebrating in the feast. And then we get Saul saying, "Of course, Dedishishishi. The narrative is split into 3 distinct sections. It is said that the third world refers to the present day, meaning... Oh, the third world. Okay, the third world is present day, meaning it's a type of prophecy. Mind you, legends of Nika have spread silently all over the world. The only thing they all have in common is that he appears with a booming laugh to the beat." Drums of Liberation, obviously. And then we got, okay, so Robin about to read this text. Really? Okay, so, yeah, there's 3 sections. The third world is today, obviously, second and first in the past. And Nika legend spread silently, okay. Next panel. Ooh, he's doing the thing. Doon, do, do, do. Dun, do, do, do. Ha ha ha, says probably Chopper. And then Robin says, "Hey, I'll read it aloud then." Okay, I'm back. Again, issues. I'll figure it out. Whatever. We're moving on. We got Saul saying, "Dun, do, do, do," you know, Drums of Liberation, and Robin reading out of the Harley. "The first world, the earth burned in endless flame." Okay, and in the hearts of men, we got a look at Frankie. I think we're gonna probably look at what he's looking at right now as Robin's reading. Oh, whoa! Wait, what? Is this... This is the last double page spread. Is this a freaking... Is this another... Oda? Guys, this is another double page... I'm gonna read what it says, but another double page spread. One panel, like a full double page spread. Oh my gosh. I mean, maybe you could be like, it's actually not, considering it's, you know, we got... Actually, it might not be, considering, you know, you could technically say these 3 little texts are, you know, panels, the text, and it's technically not a full image. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't want to argue, you know, whether or not it's technically, but oh my god, it's still a crazy panel. So we'll read it right now, and then we'll look at the image. The first world. "The earth burned in endless flame, and in the hearts of men burned with desire. From whispered prayers, the sun god rose. Beckoned by the enslaved who reached for their forbidden star, the god of the land was enraged. With a serpent of fire, they cast the world into ruin. Darkness fell, death reigned, they would not meet again. Okay, second world. A breath stirred in the abyss. The god of the forest wove their magic, nurturing its devils, while the sun lit the embers of war. Those of the half moon and full moons dreamed, yet the ones who slew the sun defied themselves. Evoking the wrath of the sea god, they would not meet again, okay? Different gods right here. The third world. Chaos reigns. The world drifts in a void. Yet time does not erase the memory of the promised day. Its shadow looms as the voice of the half moon echoes through the ages, and once more the sun god shall rise, laughing and dancing, guiding the world to its final act. The sun is reborn, a new dawn will break. Surely this time they will meet. And we'll look at this panel. We got Frankie just standing right here looking at, oh my god, it's like a bunch of, there's like a sea monster on the right. There's a bunch of like, oh, those gotta be ancient weapons. There's like a ship right there. Is that the moon? Oh my god. Now I realize the spoiler I got. It was just, I guess, Tekken put like, I think it was the Enel thing, right? But this is very similar to that. And actually might be evoking the same things, because there's a bunch of like little people carrying like little sun orbs and putting them on like things, and that was kind of almost like a conveyor belt. That was kind of what was in that cover story page, so I'm guessing that was the connection. No Enel or Arusa's chapter. Okay, what I was gonna say, this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna record this. What I was gonna say is that, you know, this might be more evidence into Enel and Arusa showing up in the story. I don't know, but I'm not gonna analyze this image. I see Nika, I see what looks like the Emmet thing I saw, a bunch of ships fighting like a devil sort of thing. And then a deep mythology unveiled. That's what the Shonen Jump text says. I'm not gonna, you know, third world sounds like a, you know, our world, right? That was said. Void Century, Nika coming back, the New Dawn. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it here. I can't analyze this. This is gonna be too much. This chapter was great. This chapter is great. So many. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is some crazy stuff. This is some really interesting stuff. Glad I didn't get spoiled like properly. So good. But yeah, this is great. This is great. I'm just, yeah. No break as well. Again, Oda back to back, 4 chapters in a row. Okay, I was just gonna leave. See ya.